service from Safira Radio. Welcome. Today is Wednesday, August 16th. Jamia Singapore is a non-profit organization in Singapore that has awarded a Catholic nun, Sister Teresa Xiao, for promoting interreligious cooperation. Sister Xiao has been engaged in interfaith dialogue for many years and emphasizes its importance for the Church's mission. Former Singapore Minister, Tharman Shanmugaratnam, in presenting the award, highlighted the importance of interreligious harmony in multi-religious Singapore.
Cardinal nominee Sebastian Francis from Malaysia urges avoidance of divisions and stigmatization at the upcoming Bishops' Assembly on synodality. He stressed the need for open discussion on challenging topics, such as the ordination of women or LGBTQ issues, with trust in the guidance of the Holy Spirit. He noted that in Malaysia, synodality is a natural concept. The synod will take place in the Vatican in October.
During the event called Churches Together in South Australia, the director of the World Council of Churches, Peter Proove, emphasized the need to strive for a safer world despite growing challenges, such as climate change or armed conflicts. He drew attention to the threats associated with nuclear weapons and stressed the importance of dialogue in resolving tensions.
The Week of Prayer for Christian Unity in 2024 will be held under the theme, You shall love the Lord your God, and your neighbor as yourself. Materials were prepared by a team from Burkina Faso with the support of the Shaman Nyaf community. Despite challenges, such as economic problems or spiritual poverty, Christian communities in Burkina Faso strive to live with love and hospitality. Publications are distributed by the World Council of Churches and the Vatican. Reflections concern experiencing God's love as a common identity and highlight the role of love in striving for peace.
Mission Australia reports that only 7% of the are homeless, while the majority, the so-called hidden homeless, temporarily find shelter with friends or in cars. One family shared that a few years ago they had difficulty renting a home despite having positive references. For years in Australia, demand for rental properties has outstripped supply. They eventually moved in with parents. Now, with the help of Mission Australia, they have their own home and believe in the power of faith and hope.
Religious and secular organizations in the USA are joining forces against Christian nationalism, considering it a threat to democracy. Organizations led by Liz Theoharis and Epting have created a report and call for collaboration to counter this ideology before the upcoming elections. Local initiatives highlight the impact of nationalism on civil rights issues, including the right to politically neutral education.
Virgin Galactic has once again sent tourists into suborbital space. During the 20-minute flight, passengers experienced weightlessness and admired the Earth. They set off from Spaceport America in New Mexico. Among the travelers were former Olympian John Goodwin, who suffers from Parkinson's, and Keisha Shahaf with her 18-year-old daughter, Anastasia. The mission's successes confirm Virgin Galactic's potential in space tourism.
On August 11, 1973, in the Bronx, hip-hop was born. It was then that DJ Kool Herc introduced innovative rhythms during a party. This culture, though born out of poverty, became a global phenomenon. Its birthplace, the Bronx, remains one of New York's poorest areas. In 2025, the opening of the Hip Hop Museum is planned.
An IT engineer moved his life along with his workplace to a cruise ship and spends nearly 300 days a year there. He primarily sails between Coco Key and Nassau in the Bahamas. Royal Caribbean provides him with free internet. Despite the appeal of such a life, he occasionally encounters technical challenges and stresses that life on a cruise ship requires strong discipline. He claims the living costs on the ship don't exceed those on land. He plans to give up his apartment in his hometown and will continue his maritime adventure. His story showcases a unique combination of work and dreams. Tired of monotony? Simply change something in your life for the better.
This was the news service from Safira Radio. May God bless us all.